Hi guys, welcome back to the best things to do in Cape Town, part 2. So in our last video, we arrived in Cape Town, visited the top of Table Mountain, then walked through the colorful streets of Bo-Kaap, had the best cocktails at Camps Bay, and then visited the V&A waterfront with live music and African performers, and then finally ended the day with sunset at Signal Hill. And now, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you enjoyed that little preview of our 1 month here in South Africa. Before showing you the whole thing, a big thank you to Vibrant Experiences for hosting us here in South Africa.
Making our trip most memorable.
Oh man, thank you for showing us the garden route. You guys are truly the coolest travel company ever. Moving forward, let's begin. It's day 2 guys, and before I tell you what the next things to do in Cape Town are, it's morning, let's get coffee at the best place of Cape Town and then continue to point number 6 on the best things to do in Cape Town. So now that you've picked your coffee, drive to Chapman's Peak. Chapman's Peak is one of the most beautiful roads you will ever drive on, like ever. And it's also not just the drive to Chapman's Peak, it's the entire drive throughout the 20 kilometers. You're on the coastline, the ocean on one side, and beautiful mountains, the Table Mountain, Lion's Head, and these lovely beach houses and cliff houses on left side. Wow. So Chapman's Peak Drive, or Chappies as the locals like to call it, is a scenic 9-kilometer toll road in Cape Town. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
And it is known for its views of the Atlantic Ocean, the mountains, and its coastline. We've literally just arrived at the starting of Chapman's Peak. You know, if you're lucky, we might spot some whales at a distance, because we've just heard there are 2 whales there who have just given birth this season. There are such pretty spots along the way where you can just park and chill, and the drive takes you from a fishing village to the beaches. Cape Town things to do number 7. From the Chapman's Peak, drive 20 minutes ahead to Boulders Beach. And you're in for a surprise of what you're going to see at Boulders Beach. On the other side of Chappies lies the picturesque Simonstown, and in the town is Boulders Beach. Now there are many beaches in Cape Town, but Boulders is home to the endangered African penguins. Oh, it's such a sight. Number 8 on things to do in Cape Town. Find a beach and just lie down. You know, Cape Town is blessed with the most stunning beaches I have seen, and in every 10 minutes there's a beach. The most famous of them all is Camps Bay.
I really don't know how to get to that beach, you know. That beach is really crowded and I'm not able to figure out what is my way to go to the beach.
We've been planning to come to the beach for so long,
such a big challenge.
But it's a Saturday, it's the week before Christmas, the holidays have started, and Cape Town is mad packed. Yeah. It's just stunning walking to Camps Bay, walking into Camps Bay. And I love that we are staying here, you know. Like calling this our neighborhood, wow.
Still struggling to go to the beach.
Still struggling to go to the beach. So Camps Bay, of course, is the place to see and be seen in Cape Town. You know, the crowd literally feels like it's from all over the world. And Camps Bay Beach has such a laid-back charm, like any beach should have. Sharp, sharp. Boys playing football, young children dancing, parents chilling in the sun, girls posing stylishly, just letting their hair loose, families lying down in the sand. It's frame to frame how any beach should look like. After things to do number 8 in Cape Town, I think we're going to need a break for another day. Yeah?
Finally, we have our beach day.
How was it?
Super, dude. The sand, water, the views, the vibe. It's crowded. It's a Saturday, of course. But I think that was the best decision to come to the beach on a Saturday evening.
Seriously, Cape Town has been so pretty just going around all these places. And you know the best part, most of these places are free. You know, me and Ritika always judge a city by the number of free things it has to offer. And starting from Table Mountain to all the beaches to Chapman's Drive, there are so many things you can do in Cape Town. And it's still quite early in the day because it's 6 p.m. and sunsets at 8 p.m. here. So we have 2 hours more. Let's hang out by the beach a bit because I'm loving this vibe. I love how the Africans party. Huh? Now I'm seeing it on the beach. The festivities have begun. Holiday season is here. Christmas weekend, Saturday. Whoa. Everyone is enjoying. Everyone has drinks. People are smoking shisha on the beach. Literally families, friends, kids, you name it. Everyone is having a ball at the beach. Come, let's pack our things now and head further. Opposite opposite Camps Bay, the vibe is like all party already. It's only 6:30 and if you see, everything is packed, like party on. Inside people are dancing, going ham. Wow, the entire black. Check this out. How does it feel?
Good. Let's go shower. I'm hungry. My favorite part of South Africa was spending 8 days in Cape Town.
Really?
That turned out to be the best decision, I think. South Africa is one country which is like a world in itself. And it is, really. There's so much.
Cape Town things to do number 9, get a haircut. Sorry. Cape Town things to do number 9, visit Sea Point. So Sea Point is one of the neighborhoods of Cape Town that you will definitely see when you're visiting. It is the longest stretch of promenade in Cape Town. And wow, I think you can find so many things to do just hanging around the promenade. Maybe take an e-bike or take a Segway cycling around the place. Or just go jogging, running. Come, let's check it out.
There are so many paragliders that I can see today, no? Like it's one city which has paragliding in the city. You see that?
So even though Camps Bay has all the glamour, Sea Point quickly became our favorite neighborhood. On one side of Sea Point is Signal Hill, from where you fly off in a paraglide, flying all above the neighborhood and land right on the other end, where the Atlantic Ocean begins. The promenade is long and a walk here is a must-do in Cape Town. There's a few parks along the way and families having picnics and dancing under trees is common. You know, Sea Point is nearly 6 kilometers long and right at the end is a local food court with a few stalls and some nice outdoor seating. And the best part is a few free-for-all public swimming pools and sunbathing lawns. So Sea Point is the only seaside neighborhood in Cape Town with notably high-rise buildings. It's like the best of both worlds. You know, there is so much to do at Sea Point. You can go swimming in the pool, you can just sit by the promenade, a lot of food options, or maybe just walk for like 1 hour. The promenade is that long. And maybe it's too long to walk back to the car, so we're going to take our bikes and go back biking on the promenade. Come, let's find a bike. So in the middle of all South African landscapes, we heard familiar sounding chants. And in the streets of Cape Town, Lord Krishna's devotees were having a party of their own. Seriously, it's like the spirit of Cape Town meets Sanatan. It's just magic. It's a bit of India here in South Africa, here in Cape Town. A Krishna procession, it's an ISKCON procession. We met someone from ISKCON yesterday here and he said the Krishna movement is in full craze.
I'm saying when you see something like this outside India, how much would you think that these people really feel for it, or this is more like a little bit of jazz?
Consciousness is real, and Krishna consciousness is even more real. It's on how awakened or how enlightened you are. So on the other side of the road at Sea Point is Regent Street. Cozy cafes, chilled out bars, open all day. You'll find students, expats, tourists, locals, and endless options to choose from.
Doing some nice mezcal and Mexican food today. Uno Mas. See, it's been 20 days. You know, we are not part of any social scenes, so there's a fight going on. And I think we should focus there. Cape Town things to do number 10, visit the Mojo Market.
Cape Town things to do number 9, visit the Mojo Market. You know, it is not a market, it's just full of bars, restaurants, eateries inside. What a nice vibe. There's live singing, live music, you know, tequila bar, whiskey bar, like a vodka bar, different brands, lovely vibes. What a place. And especially when it's hot out in the afternoon, check out Mojo Market. I feel like a local now. So Mojo Market is like no other market we've seen. It's like this one big party featuring live bars, all sorts of cuisines, live music, performers, quirky shopping boutiques. There is literally something to do for everyone. And you'll find families, teenagers, the young and the old, everybody coming to Mojo Market because entry is free. And once inside, there are so many options to choose from. You can literally hang out all afternoon here, all evening, or all night. Mojo Market is located on the Regent Street, and it is definitely a must do in Cape Town, especially if you're looking to party with like-minded people. So as we end our day 2 in Cape Town, chilling at Mojo Market, we've given you our best 10 things to do in Cape Town already. But wait for tomorrow, because there are still 5 more to go. And I think it gets even better. Seriously, Cape Town has exceeded every expectation we had. And I think we are in love with Cape Town already. Hi.
Hi.
I'm glad to do this again.
Okay, which one would you like to try? My personal favorite is mimosa.
Mimosa? Let's do mimosa.
Oh, is it recording?
Yes.
Pull up to Canon Collective. Today's reggae day, but if you're not here, we're here every other day. We close at 10 or 11. Pull up to Mojo Market, get some weed.
I love it, buddy. Thank you for making my day.
No problem. Stay high and have an amazing day.
It's one country which has come the closest to India when it comes to the vibe. People are so warm, people are so dancey, vibey. They are not at all hesitant, you know, to talk to. They want to talk to the camera. It's like whenever we had our camera and we are on the streets, everybody wants to dance to the camera, talk to the camera. It was fun shooting here.